What's up guys, Windows 8 Fan 2012 here. My last video on this did pretty well. 200 views isn't much, but it is a lot to me. I want to thank you all for watching that video, but getting that out of the way, here's some more Windows 8 Lost Media. I'm just going to get into it. Angry Birds. In August of 2012, a blog on the Windows Experience blogs, wow, very good wording there, was released teasing confirmed games set to launch alongside the release of Windows 8 in October 2012. However, some of these games were either never released or just completely lost to time. One of these being Angry Birds. Originally, I was thinking it's referring to Angry Birds Space, but that game was also mentioned on the list, so it wasn't that. I was thinking it was Angry Birds Star Wars, but that game came out on November 7th for the Windows Store. Maybe I was thinking, maybe it's the Windows Phone version. Nope, that version came out in 2011. Or about the Windows 8 Phone 8 relaunched versions. Not that either, they came out in 2013. That's what makes it so confusing. The original Angry Birds never had its own release for Windows Store or Windows 8. There isn't any confirmed builds of the version, nor was it ever mentioned by Rovio. Angry Birds Classic is also mentioned in a list of games made for the Windows 8 consumer preview, which means that the version for Windows 8 had to be in works for months. What happened to it? I guess we will never know. OEM Camera Apps. When I mention OEM Camera Apps, I'm referring to pre-installed Metro applications developed by companies to be shipped with their devices running Windows 8. Most of the time, a camera app was always shipped with laptops by the respective brand. Asus Camera and S Camera, also known as Samsung Camera, are just a few to get to know what I'm talking about. However, most of these apps are just completely lost due to them not having their own releases for the Windows Store. For example, Asus Camera, did have a Windows Store release, meaning the app was preserved. S Camera didn't have a Windows Store release, which means that it's lost until someone finds some kind of Samsung laptop with the apps on them and dumps them. Twitter and Facebook Metro clients. In 2013, Twitter and Facebook both respectively released a separate client for their social media for Windows 8 Metro. These apps could be downloaded from the Windows Store, obviously. Not much is known about these versions of the social media, since not a lot of people use these versions and just stuck to the websites. These Windows Store clients are still available on the Windows Store, obviously now Microsoft Store, but these versions are just crappy web apps that just display the website and are completely useless. The Windows 10 UWP versions of these clients are also completely lost as well. Pirates Love Daisies. Pirates Love Daisies is a tower defense game similar to the style of Plants vs. Zombies released in 2010. Eventually, in early 2012, this game was ported to Windows 8 Consumer Preview and the Windows Store Preview. However, unlike with Carmen Sandiego Adventures in Map, which I mentioned in my last video, this game remained up on the Windows Store for a couple years until my estimate reviewable in 2015. This game's other versions are not lost, but the Windows Store version doesn't have any APPX files or dumps anywhere to be found right now. Well, that's all the lost media for part 2. If you want me to make a third video, as usual, like the video and subscribe. Luckily enough, I have a better microphone, but there might be loud fans as background noise, so I apologize for that. Well, see ya.